Now we turn to our in-depth series, Pot's Real Price. There's big talk of making marijuana legal in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
But what could that mean for us? Our I-Team investigator, Sarah Wallace, was in Colorado to get some answers where weed has been legal for 5 years now. Tonight, we're going to talk about the money.
Is it the cash cow the state had hoped it would be? And wait until you see how much cash is actually floating around now and why. Sarah?
Well, David and Stacey, you know, there's so many issues around here about this marijuana and money. Tonight, that is our focus.
Right around this corner, closest to me.
Ask many law enforcement officers what they think of cannabis in Colorado, and you'll hear this.
I think it's a disaster, and I think we're going to be so sorry we ever did this.
These are the buds on top.
Business people say that's bogus.
We've seen a lot of great coming out of Colorado market, and we've done a lot for schools and education.
It was supposed to be a pot of gold for Colorado public schools from the greenlighting of retail marijuana sales 5 years ago.
It hasn't helped us.
We never expected that response when we recently visited the largest school district in Colorado, District 11 in Colorado Springs. Last fiscal year, the state reported $211 million in marijuana tax revenue. But in reality, 1.6% of that goes to education, and most of the funds are linked to grants for construction.
That small amount is more likely to be spent in rural areas of Colorado. Our school district is more of a urban school district, and so we've not seen a dime.
Not a dime?
Not a dime.
There's no question that stores are raking in big bucks, mostly corporate chains, which are able to maneuver through new layers of red tape, dealing with licenses and permits. And that brings up another wrinkle.
Because pot is still illegal on the federal level, most big banks here won't accept marijuana money.
Federal banks are pretty much a complete no-go.
How ironic. Euflora's location in Aurora, Colorado used to be a bank. Now the old safety deposit boxes display pot products like gummies. But depositing the profits is another story.
Basically, it's like a quasi-legal drug cartel. Like, they can't deal with us because federally it's completely illegal.
So this is a 40,000 square foot facility.
The owner of Medicine Man, one of Colorado's biggest licensed growers and retailers, says it's a constant battle.
There are some banks that work with this industry, but about 80% of this industry is unbanked right now, so it's all cash. Employees get paid in cash, contractors get paid in cash, taxes get paid in cash. So in a criminal's mind, you know, that is a target to exploit.
And pot's outlaw status means agencies like the Food and Drug Administration aren't available to regulate safety or potency. That's all up to the state, costing Colorado $50 million a year.
You see all the different strains.
MedFarm in Denver, the only research and development facility in the country, has its own strict protocols at every step during the cultivation and processing of their product. But CEO Albert Gutierrez says not everyone in the industry has their same standards.
With quality control, you have to have the right companies and the right equipment and the right team to execute on that.
And that takes resources, something that law enforcement agencies say they're expending more than ever before to combat the explosion of illegal marijuana grow houses. Traffickers are setting up in the suburbs and moving black market pot out of state where it's illegal.
One of the arguments for legalization is you're going to free up police resources. That's absolutely false. We have to now focus on dealing with those problems while we have to set aside some of the other issues we deal with when it comes to drugs.
So, in your mind?
It's a mess.
Do you think that New York and New Jersey and Connecticut will deal with this if it becomes legal in our states?
Absolutely. I think exactly the same thing will happen now. You'll have criminal elements move in, try and produce large amounts of marijuana to be sold elsewhere for a premium price.
So the message to New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, what's the message you'd send?
I'd say get ready.